From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, another hot one out there today, reaching the mid-90s tomorrow, probably close to that once again, but we're going to see a few more showers and thunderstorms on the radar more than likely, so let's get to it. First off, though, got a nice shot out here, drone shot of the skies across Acadiana, and again, a mixture of sun and clouds across the region, some high clouds and some cumulus clouds earlier today. There's the Power Doppler 3 ball down right there. You can see it, and as we look here, it looks like this is Evangeline Thruway, Eras Landry, I believe, or could be, and the skies are just absolutely perfect out there. And I like when we have the mix of clouds, a little puffy cumulus clouds, have some cirrus clouds, because seriously, just blue sky is kind of boring. Even though we do love the sun, we like to see Mother Nature painting the skies out there. So let's kick it over to the water vapor imagery. And as expected, this high pressure ridge edging closer to us in the lower Rio Grande Valley today. That's really kind of sitting down the heat on the area and steering all disturbances away from our area. But what's going to happen? This high is going to drift back to the west-southwest, and that's going to open up the door for a northwesterly flow of upper level disturbances, and one such up across here, across the high plains, that's going to be dropping southward tomorrow, and that could ignite some showers and storms late afternoon, early evening hours. I know a lot of us have things planned for DTA, Friday night football, but it's not a guarantee that we're going to see a whole lot of weather in the area. So right now, 30%. Meanwhile, we do have, again, severe weather ongoing, or the threat of it, across northern Kansas, southern Nebraska, and here you go, snow across the Bitterroot region into the big sky country of Montana. So winter for some, fall elsewhere, and still stuck on summer here with you see those high clouds that we just showed you on that drone shot still in the area. Power Doppler 3 awfully quiet, but hey, we're picking up on a shower over toward the Beaumont area. It's basically dropping down to the south, so we're not going to see that shower activity, but Beaumont may be lucky and get a little rain over there. As for the tropics, Gulf of Mexico, clean sweep. We have a couple of disturbances out in the Pacific, but as we open it on up, we have Hurricane Nigel still hanging on here in the North Atlantic, and the disturbance coming off the African coast looking better and better, 80% chance of development over the next week, and this one will probably be the next tropical system after potential tropical cyclone number 16. We'll get to that in just a bit. Here's Nigel moving out, not looking much like a hurricane anymore. We'll put that system to bed after today. And then we have off the Florida-Georgia coast, way out here, low pressure is formed, but it's not quite tropical in nature. That's why it's called a potential tropical cyclone. It's moving generally to the north. It's going to speed up a little bit, but could become what we call a subtropical storm. Right now, it's a potential tropical cyclone. Then it will become a subtropical storm. Get a name. If so, the name should be Ophelia. And again, you can see the wind outside of the cone area. That's new this year. I'm showing tropical storm force winds, and you see they go outside the cone. So tropical storm warnings in effect from coastal South Carolina all the way up through Chesapeake Bay with this system. 60-mile-per-hour winds at landfall. And then it will weaken as it moves inland. And we'll show you the graph model, which we really like as a tropical model, and compare it with the National Hurricane Center forecast track. So it's got a little bit of a left bias right here. The model does. We will go with the National Hurricane Center forecast because there's a bunch of models and a bunch of folks that come up with the forecast. But you can see it's generally on par and a weakening system as it moves up to the northeast. But this is going to produce not only gale force winds, beach erosion, and storm surge warnings in effect from North Carolina northward to Chesapeake Bay as well. For us, it's going to be a quiet night ahead. Fair skies, temperatures not as cool. We'll be close to the mid-70s tomorrow morning. Back up to the mid-90s tomorrow afternoon. But looky here, we do have a few scattered showers and thunder showers in the region late tomorrow afternoon. Here we are at 7 o'clock in the evening. So there may be a delay on a football game or two. We'll see. And again, Downtown Alive will watch that as well. Going into Saturday, it looks like more sun and maybe just a few showers. Rain chances, though, down to 10% for Saturday. Overnight tonight, the cooler temperatures going away, upper 60s to near 70, which is on par with what we should expect for most areas. Normal low this time of year, about 69 in Lafayette, 70 degrees. So we'll be close to that, a few degrees above that for sure. Low to mid 70s along the coast. Then tomorrow, another hot one out there. Temperatures getting into the low to mid 90s, mid 90s I-10 corridor, and low to mid 90s along the coast as well. So overnight tonight, nice evening, not as cool. Humidity creeping up out there for sure. Did have some sweaty windows this morning, so that is the trend as we move forward. And then tomorrow, warm and humid finish to the week. We'll get up to 94 for a high. Few late afternoon, early evening storms, risk at about 30% for tomorrow. As we move forward, the fall equinox, officially fall after 1:49 a.m. on Saturday. We get into Monday. There could be a little bit more in the way of shower and thunderstorm activity. Here we are Sunday, rain chance at about 10–20%. Monday, looking like our best chance of rain. And notice the temperatures here, 70s and 80s. So we can't buy into the Euro model quite yet on the temperatures, but we do think we're going to have some showers and might be in the 80s for a couple of days, at least early next week, but the 90s come back. Maybe a strong front coming on the way a week from Sunday. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that. Maybe a good-looking front as we enter the first few days of October. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up right after the break.